One Piece is crazy good this week. One Piece chapter 1069. One Piece was crazy good this week. Now, there's a lot in this chapter, and it's a lot of good stuff. We got Rob Lucci, that was exciting, you know, of course. So, Rob Lucci versus Luffy. Some people thought it was going to happen, some people thought, no, it might not happen. But it did happen, so which is really exciting. Also, information on Devil Fruits. Also, popped out with the Seraphims, which I mean, it's kind of exciting. We didn't really get to see them do anything. I mean, it'll be cool to see them do stuff. The Seraphim are very interesting. But for now, it's like, eh. But it's like, I guess that leads to the next chapter, which will be very interesting, especially with how Rob Lucci took back control of them. But we'll save that for later, for later. Now, the first thing, I want to do this out of order. Will we do this out of order? Nah, screw it. Let's do this. No, I'm just going to do it. Anyway, Rob Lucci versus Luffy. Now, first off, something I was very surprised by, Luffy can go into Gear 5 at will. Now, we did see in his fight with Kaido that he did drop out of it for a second, then go back, but I thought it was just like a middle of battle thing. I didn't think he could just like do it on command. He seemingly hasn't had any training though. Maybe he could have been like, I wonder if I can do this again, and then he did. This might not be his first time going back into that transformation since Kaido, but it seems that yes, he can at will go into Gear 5, which is something I did not expect from him. But it's very cool, very cool, very cool. Also, Rob Lucci is awakened. Now, his awakening is very interesting because, like Luffy, he seemingly has a weird ring that forms around him. Now, why? I don't know. He also seemingly has Conqueror's Hockey from his clash with Luffy, and also this ring might be that. Now, we don't really know the details of this awakened power. It kind of just looks like a, I guess, hybrid form and also Conqueror's Hockey. That's what I would have first expected, but no, it seems that this power deviates from his awakening. So, we're going to learn more about Devil Fruits, which will probably, I'm going to get into that, but also that might explain this awakening further, or he might explain it further. But also, something about Luffy versus Lucci. Listen here, you little weeby Dunkin' Donuts. You don't have more authority than Oda to say whether or not Lucci can contend with Luffy. I don't really think he's like on the same level as Luffy at all. I think because like a lot of people point out, Luffy seemed like he was holding back, he was just playing around, he wasn't going all out. Though technically, I mean, that kind of seemed like what it was with Kaido, and from what we saw, especially when he dropped out, I mean, he was taking it serious. So, considering the entirety of the form, we can't really say whether or not he takes a fight seriously since his entire personality during the fight is jovial seeming. So, really, we can only determine that when he drops out of the form by seeing how tired he is. But anyway, it's like people are like, oh man, Rob Lucci should not be able to do this against Luffy. This is ridiculous. But here's the thing: we haven't really seen Rob Lucci go all out since his first fight with Luffy. We haven't really seen what training he got up to. We haven't seen what he's done. Now we just see him that we just know that he's gone over 2 years. He's been training and he's got his fruit awakened. Same stuff that Luffy's done. And we can't really say. I don't think he's stronger than Kaido either. But it's like still, even if he was, you can't really be like, oh no, he can't be stronger than Kaido. If Oda wanted him to be stronger than Kaido, he could be stronger than Kaido because there's nothing that he's done so far that would be like, oh no, look at this. It shows that he can't be stronger than Kaido. It's been 2 years. We haven't seen him go out fully. We haven't seen him go all out at all. This is the first time we've even seen his awakening, so that proves it. So you can't be like, oh no, this doesn't make any sense. You friggin' like dummies and your power scalers and your jabronis. Nah, you can't. You don't have more authority than to say how strong Luffy should be than Oda. It's ridiculous. It's very much ridiculous. But anyway, on to Devil Fruits himself. Well, first, of course, Lucci's Awakening. Very interesting, very strange. Want to dive deeper into that, but also, just in general, we got more information on Devil Fruits, and this explains a lot. Because one of the things that a lot of people thought was like Devil Fruits had their own will, and we had a little bit of confirmation with that from the Gorosei. And also, it's like, how are these, what is with these abstract Devil Fruit abilities? That was always something very strange to me, like Law's medical fruit ability. He has the fruit that embodies concepts of medical practicing. These, different things like a defibrillator or gamma radiation, like he can control those even though like these are concepts from man-made tech and practices. So how exactly can he harness this power from this fruit? But yeah, the fact that devil fruits come a lot from human desires, though of course this is all speculation on Vegapunk's part. He even says that himself. He even says to himself, "That's like this isn't 100%, but this is what I'm pretty sure it's like." And I feel like that's a pretty good explanation, or that's probably like the best explanation we're gonna get. But who knows? Maybe Eam is gonna pop out with some like, "This is the origin of devil fruits" or something like that. But anyway, I find it very interesting, and it answers a lot of things like it comes from human desires and evolution, and just like it they are born. You know, they pop out, they sprout around. They aren't like, oh, devil fruits have existed since the beginning of time. It's like devil fruits will pop up rather, as time progresses and goes on, and these human wills, they'll influence them. These devil fruits are influenced by what's happening throughout the entirety of the world. That's probably they might even leak into like stuff with animals, because here's the thing, I mean, who in their right mind, what human was like, I wish I was a human. Like, that's crazy. Like, no way. It's probably like a raccoon was like, man, I want to be human. It's like, hey, that's a living thing. Also, but there are like some weird ones, like the jacket fruit. I don't know. Who wished to be a jacket is all I'm saying. Like, considering the jacket fruit's powers, it's kind of hard. Like, Sengoku's Buddha fruit is like, his human fruit model Buddha's like, no, I wish to aspire to be like higher. I wish to be aspire to, like have this higher plane of self and knowing myself and oneness with the universe. Like then that brought forth the Buddha fruit, or like magma. Like, man, it's so strong. I wish I could just go through anything. Have this type of power at the palms of my hands, this destructive power, so I can bulldoze through all these enemies and these armies and blah blah blah. Like magma fruit. Everyone's like looked at an element and be like, man, I wish I could manipulate that. But it's like, how exactly do you get magma fruit? Not magma fruit, jacket fruit. It's very weird, very very weird. But yeah. So devil fruits come from desires, and these very unnatural things go against nature itself, which is why devil fruits can't swim, because nature itself is at odds with these powers, and by proxy, the people who eat them. Now, also, there's nothing else to talk about. Lucci almost he's trying to kill Senamaru, which makes sense. It's a very good plan. It's like there's a chain of command in terms of following orders, and Senamaru is above us, so I'm just gonna kill Senamaru and then I'll regain control. Very good idea. Very good chapter. One Piece, crazy good this week.